Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today we're going to be talking about how you can start mining any number of cryptocurrencies using a Windows computer and a GPU. So before we dive into the video today, as always, I like to start off here on CoinMarketCap, taking a look at what's going on in the crypto markets, just as a point of reference if you are watching this video in the future. So it is about 1 p.m. on December 14th of 2023, and as we can see, crypto is still up pretty good after yesterday's decision with the Fed keeping the rates the same, about 3.42% across the board, and on the 24-hour, we've got Bitcoin up just under 3%, Ethereum about 4.3%, XRP 2.79, Solana's up almost over 9%, so looking really strong across the board here, and I think this is a really good sign as we do get closer to the Bitcoin halving, which as of now is calculated to be about 127 days from now, in sometime in April of next year. So that's the math. CoinMarketCap does have this nice little countdown. So right now it's about 127 days away. Now, historically there have been bull runs, bull markets, whatever you want to call it, altcoin markets, whatever, after Bitcoin has halved. So the more cryptocurrency that you can collect, whether it's, from mining, faucets, cloud mining, just straight up investing, whatever it might be, the better. Because the more you get when these prices are low, obviously the better you'll do when the prices go up. And one of those ways is mining. Now, mining has largely become more difficult since the Ethereum switch to POS. Ethereum was one of the best coins to mine with GPUs. And since they've switched over, it's no longer, a great option, but that doesn't mean it's not profitable. There are some really interesting ways to go out and mine cryptocurrency, and one of them that we're going to be talking about today is using a site called Unmineable. Now, this is super cool. I'll zoom in a little bit here on the screen, but Unmineable is essentially a mining pool that allows you to mine using many popular algorithms and get paid out in coins that are otherwise not really mineable. So taking a look here at all of the coins, they offer 83 at the moment that you can mine and get paid out in, anywhere from, really cheap kind of meme coins to, even Bitcoin. So super cool. There's a ton of coins out here, and I think if you're looking to get into any of these, chances are it'll be here on the site. Now, of course, 83 is not a ton compared to the number of cryptos out there, but it is an interesting way to kind of collect some other coins, and I've personally mined a lot of Shiba Inu a couple years ago, and I'm currently mining some Dogelon Mars just to have some, in the event that something does happen and this coin goes up in value quite a bit. I like to use this site as just a way to collect some coins using GPU mining that, hey, if it works out really, really well, great. There's a huge upside for things like Shiba Inu, Dogelon Mars, the Pepe coin. And if it doesn't, at least it was just a little bit of GPU mining. You still have the coins. If it does go to nothing, it's not a complete loss, but that's kind of my thinking behind it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that these are going to be the most profitable coins to mine, and I'm well aware of that. So, this isn't going to be the best solution for mining, especially if you're really serious in mining. But if you're just looking to collect some extra coins, this is a great way to do it. So this tutorial is going to be based off Dogelon Mars, but the method is largely the same. I'll point out a few key differences when you do, go through the setup for each of these coins. But pretty much you should be able to use this tutorial to mine any one of these 83 coins or multiples. So once you come to the site here, you can click on Dogelon Mars, and this is the screen you see. Now, up here at the top, these are all the different algorithms that you can mine with. So we're going to be taking a look at ETH, which is still a very popular algorithm. So what you would do is you just select ETH hash. If you do have a GPU under 4 gigabytes of RAM, ETC hash is available as well as a number of these other algorithms are too. So as you can see, these are just the requirements. And over here on the side are all of the supported miners. Now, they do have an easy mining app and kind of like their configuration wizard. I don't really like that personally. I did mess with it a little bit the other day, and you do still have to download the miner, the exe miner here, and then point to the app and tell it where it is. So personally for me, I just went through the configuration with the bat file. It's very similar to any other mining that you may have done in crypto. But what you would do is just, like I said, I'm going to be using LOL miner, but again, largely the same. Just follow the download instructions for whatever miner that you are choosing to use. So you would just go to the GitHub and get the latest release. And then what you would do is extract the file, and you'll see something that looks a little bit like this. Go ahead and click into here, and for LOL miner, there's a ton of bat files here already. But what I went ahead and did is just right click, create a new text document, and name it start.bat. That's BAT. And inside of this is where you're going to want to enter in this configuration. It is listed right here for your ability to copy as well. So go ahead and copy that into the file. And then all you have to do at this point is change the user section. Now this is where it's going to be a little bit different for whatever coin you're mining. So the first thing is where you choose your coin. You put the coin's symbol. So for Dogelon Mars it is Elon, but for say Shiba it would be SHIB. Any of their other coins out there. Like I think they have Ripple is on here, so it would be XRP if you're mining that, Raven, RVN. Probably get the idea there. So then colon, your wallet address. So again, this is going to be different for whatever coin you're mining. Just make sure that you get the right address for that coin, because that is where it will get paid out to. If you do enter in the wrong address here and let it mine, the coins will mine, but you will never get them, and you will not be able to get them. So make sure you get the right address, and then you'll just do dot or period, and then name whatever you want your worker to be called. This can be anything. I named mine desktop, as this is my Windows desktop. You can name it worker 1 or whatever GPU you're using. That doesn't really matter. All that's going to do is just mean how it shows up here in the dashboard. So super easy, and I will say I personally did have some connection issues. If that does come up, change the port here. It defaults to port 3333, but mine was not connecting for whatever reason. As soon as I added the 1, it connected up just fine. Their ports are listed here in the middle section, if anything does come up. Now, also, I will say, just as a reference, if you do decide that you want to mine Dogelon Mars, in the description below will be a referral code. If you do go ahead and use that, just put a hashtag after your worker name and then put in my referral code. It does help us both out. Instead of paying a 1% fee, it will be 0.75, so you will actually be getting paid out just a little bit more. And it does help out the channel as well, so that is there if you decide to move forward with this strategy for Dogelon Mars specifically. And once you go ahead and do that, you can just save this file. Mine's already saved because I did this configuration a little bit earlier today. Pull it up and double click, and as you can see here, it goes ahead. Whoops. Wrong click there, but it goes up and starts mining. Just like that. It does take a little bit of time to kind of fully ramp up, but as you can see, I've got the 2080 in the computer here. It's kind of doing its build and starts receiving shares for different jobs that it can do and solve and submit shares to the pool. So it is really that simple, and then all you have to do to track that, let me just paste in here, see what's, is go ahead and take your address, in this case for Dogelon Mars, if it was whatever other coin, basically whatever address you put in that start.bat file, and search it on here. As you can see, this pulls up the dashboard of what you have currently mining. I do have 3 rigs currently running, 2 actual GPU rigs, and then this computer that the video is being recorded on. But if you jump over here to workers, you can see in here my desktop, it's slowly ramping up. It's about 34. Once this gets up to the top, it should be about 40 mega hashes. At that point, you can just let it run. Now, of course, as a disclaimer with mining, this is going to make your GPUs, and if you do CPU mining, run hotter. It's going to use more power, so do make sure that you have adequate cooling. And there is always a risk that you could harm your GPU, so if you're not willing to take that risk, probably not the best method for you as well here. But with that being said, always do your own research on mining, overclock settings, stuff like that. And I always do recommend at least using something like MSI Afterburner to control your fan speed and keep the temperatures down as low as possible. So with that being said, it is really that simple to get started mining any of these coins here on Unmineable. You can pretty much follow that same tutorial using the same miner, same algorithm for any of these coins. Now, of course, there are other algorithms out there, and if one of them is more profitable for you, then definitely use that. But, even something like Bitcoin, you can do the same thing, mining ETH hash. Now, probably not very profitable. I have about 140 mega hashes, which would be getting me about 765 Bitcoin per day, which really is, 765 Satoshi, not Bitcoin. That would certainly be nice, but not really a ton. So I personally like this site as a way to collect some of these smaller, cheaper coins that could work out really, really well in the future. But that's my opinion. Like I said, it's not going to be the most profitable mining, but it's a good way to collect some of those extra little coins that could just be your, ticket to a lot of extra income in the next bull run. So if you do have any questions about this, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and make sure to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to Bitcoin Tips to stay up to date on all the latest stuff going on in cryptocurrency, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye.